Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Savannah. Hello, Savannah, and welcome to another edition of Candidly Kesha on this Memorial Day, this very important and special day. And we will hear just how important and special this day is and should be for everyone for so many years, decades. Between World War One and Iraq, many people protected and served our country. They paid the ultimate price. It was their duty to do so. And today, as it was their family's duty to sacrifice, it is our duty and responsibility to remember. So today, we dedicate our show to all of the lives lost. And we have two individuals with us today who will help us usher in the spirit of commemoration in honor of Memorial Day 2022. We have with us Chair of the Veterans Council, Mr. Joe Higgins, and the Commander of the American Legion Post 500, Mr. James Putney. And before I go into my spiel of questioning, we want to frame the show uh, and recognize that it is a holiday, and these individuals have been so busy spreading love around the city and ushering in the spirit of commemoration. So we want you to go home and rest. And thank you for stopping by. So we won't be with you long tonight, but we do want to pause for a few minutes to give you an opportunity to talk about some elements of today, to talk about the new collaboration, and what's in the future for us. And I'll start with you, Mr. Higgins. If you would just tell us about yourself, how you got involved, and Mr. Putney, if you could follow suit.
So I got involved. It's been about 6 years now. It actually started with a barbecue up at the post. One of my coworkers invited me, and I started talking to some of the veterans there and some of the people that were hanging out. And it kind of occurred to me that that's really what I had been missing. There had been a void since I had left active duty. Never could quite figure out what it was, but that's what it was. Being around and hanging out with other veterans, people that wore the uniform, and it gave me back that camaraderie that I'd been missing.
Thank you. And Mr. Putney, listen, today was an important and special day for you in that you had the honor of hosting the first collaborative effort for remembering Memorial Day at Laurel Grove Cemetery. As we reflect, as we honor, and as we remember, I want to say to you that your speech today helped us to do all of that. So, in following Mr. Higgins, can you tell us how you got involved and what's your inspiration?
Well, it's a little different because I'm from Savannah, and coming home as a soldier, I would always go to Post 500. And part retired from the military, went to work for the county. Someone said, join Post 500, join the American Legion. So I procrastinated for a couple of years until they brought the commander to my job. And I didn't have no choice but to go ahead and join. And after joining, realizing the importance of being American Legion, its advantages of helping soldiers that don't know. It just caused me to do more things, and we're just out here right now for the soldiers because they don't know.
Well,
So
we
that's how I got involved in.
and so we recognize that recruitment is huge for your organization and for carrying on this very important message that you all have been spreading all day, carrying forward this very important responsibility that we as Americans have as we enjoy the freedom, lest we forget. I think this.
Uh, Well, I'm going to just respond to that a little bit because I think we lost you on the last part. But our recruitment is key. Just like me, and I view it with soldiers, you don't know, so you don't become involved. I procrastinated for years, so I'm out there. You've probably seen me everywhere I go now. I'm recruiting into the Legion because we have so many veterans out there that are in need. Whether they tell us about it or not, we have to talk to them and twist them. And there are benefits due to them that they have no idea that these benefits are there. So we have to continue to talk to them. So often they will join to say they are a member, but they never come back. And coming back is the key to this whole thing because we can only help you when you come back.
So membership is important because individuals uh, can gain information about different benefits that they may have, but I would imagine that it's most important because of the camaraderie that's built among the members. In addition, we recognize that isolation when it comes to socialization is something that soldiers struggle with for many, many years post service. And so we recognize that organizations like yours fulfill a very important niche in those individuals' lives.
It does. It
I
fills
would
a role,
absolutely agree.
but I must point this out. Go ahead, Joe.
So I would absolutely agree. The worst thing you can do is sit in your house, sit in your chair, because then you're in your head. And a lot of times that's just not where you need to be. There's a lot of things that we saw and a lot of things that we did. And I mean, we relive it over and over. And if you can break that, if you can get somebody out of their head and into the community doing something for somebody else, it's like a repurposing. It gives them that focus, and it really does help them mentally, I believe, to the bottom of my heart.
And so, in terms of helping and engaging and creating opportunity, Mr. Higgins, you had the foresight in terms of your leadership uh, to sort of bridge the divide between two celebrations that were happening. And there, in doing so, we recognized that there was a celebration at Bonaventure Cemetery and a celebration at Laurel Grove Cemetery almost at the same time with a 30-minute delay in between. So tell me, what was your inspiration and where did the foresight come about in deciding, why are we doing these separately? How can we fulfill uh, real unity here?
It was just thinking about it. What the first Memorial Day services that I had to attend, everybody was sitting there talking about, well, I've got to go here, and then I've got to go here, and then we're going to try and make it over here. And I started thinking about it. Why are we splitting up Savannah? So, started talking to James and started talking to some other people and asking questions. Why do we do this? Why are we having two separate? And most of the answer I got back with, well, this is kind of how we've always done it. Well, what the Veterans Council has figured out, I don't necessarily subscribe to that. That's how we've always done it. I think we should work smarter, not harder. So I started talking to James and I started talking to the guys that have been putting on Bonaventure for years. And I said, I think this is what we need to do. Let's go ahead and support one. That's one of the things that I've been trying to do with the Veterans Council. Yes, we are 29 organizations strong, but we come together once a month for one common goal, and that is for the veterans. Mm-hmm. So in order to stay with that goal and stay with that focus, we need to just go all in and support one every year, and then we'll rotate. That way we can still honor Bonaventure and we can still honor Laurel Grove, but we can do it in much larger numbers and we can make it a much bigger affair than having to split our forces and split the resources that are available to us, the sheriff's department and the color guards and everything else. And I was so tickled today when I saw the large crowd that was out there. It was just like you're seeing your child grow up, it's here it is. This finally came about and it worked out great.
Well, and it was beautiful to witness. It was beautiful to be a part of it. And I don't know that I really recognize the division. I first met you at the very first memorial that I attended, and I didn't have knowledge of it. But when it was explained to me, I was like, "Yeah, this really does make sense." So we are so happy that there has been a meeting of the minds. And with this, I forecast that we will probably see larger numbers in the future. And we here, as your Alderwoman at Large for Post 1 City Representative, we, of course, are in position to do what we can to promote more individuals and to also bring into focus how important this is, because oftentimes when it's not on the forefront of our brains and in a part of our everyday world, we become remiss because it's something so very important that just kind of sits on the back burner. And bringing into focus the needs, the opportunities, the programs, and the events. I know you all throughout the year, you have oyster roasts, you have raffles, and all this fun stuff that I love engaging in. But Mr. Putney, you have some exciting news for Post 500 in that you all are looking at a new home.
Yes, not only looking at, thank you for bringing that up. We've did a virtual partnership, and virtual may not be the word, but we've partnered with Post 36. And the significant in that to us was the fact that with Post 36 being the first American Legion in the city of Savannah, and Post 500, the first African American post in the state of Georgia, we were just host. So with them struggling, and again with us struggling, we decided to come together and call ourselves Two First Posts. So we have obtained a building at 5509, 5511 Montgomery Street, right outside of Hunter Gate. You cannot get on post without passing us. If you passed us, something wrong. So yes, we are striving. We're looking forward to getting the doors open, which we're still hoping and praying that by the end of this year that happens.
Well, that is exciting, and you will be sharing information as to how individuals can engage, get involved, and provide support to you all. We want you, after the show is over or while you're on, if you can, to put in the chat there information related to how people can contact you. But Mr. Higgins, we want to also have you explain how can individuals get involved? How can they join? We have membership via military service, but you also have membership as an auxiliary member. Can you explain the various ways people can get involved, engage via membership, but also what are some of the prerequisites?
So the first way is anybody who's served, and that's actually changed just a couple years ago. Prior to 2019, you had to have actually served during a conflict to join the American Legion. The Legion Act has changed that, so now anybody who served anytime on active duty in the reserves, whatever it is, they can join the American Legion. Then you've got, with that, the auxiliary of the American Legion. So if your spouse, whether it be wife or husband or whoever, they can join the auxiliary if you are a member of the American Legion. With that, and also daughters, sisters, nieces, they can join the auxiliary as well. Then you've got the Sons of the American Legion. My son is actually in the Sons of the American Legion, and that's for the male descendants of legionnaires and veterans to join as well. So it's really a whole family environment. You can visit any post. Commander Putney's new post over there outside of Hunter. We are really proud of that, by the way. We really are proud of him. The forms are with most legionnaires. I know I carry one in my cap pretty much wherever I go. I know he carries one. And we'll sign you up at any time, any place. You see me around the county, stop me, and I'll take care of it.
Okay, so what does signing up mean? Is there a membership fee? Do you have to have your DD 214? Do you have to have any documentation from the military? What does signing up entail? Is there an annual membership fee? Do I have to sell some tickets to the oyster roast?
So yes, yeah, for the members of the military, they will want to see your DD 214. For the auxiliary, they're going to want to see the DD 214 of the person that is sponsoring you. I know me personally, since I've taken over my post, I'll cover your first year's dues.
Oh,
And each post sets their dues a little bit differently. So, some are 35, some are 45, some are 25. It all depends on which post you want to join, what your dues are going to be. And then you're off and running.
awesome, awesome. Well, Mr. Putney, we had today the William P. Jordan Post 500 Memorial Day Commemoration Program at Laurel Grove Cemetery. Next year, Mr. Higgins, we will have the Memorial Day Commemoration Program at Bonaventure Cemetery. Again, it's the last Monday in May,
Yes, ma'am.
probably at about 10 o'clock. We had the perfect weather today also. Not too hot, not raining.
It couldn't have turned out to be a better day for Post 500 and this new collaboration. It really couldn't have turned out to be a better day. And James gave a heck of a speech. I was jealous.
Yes, he did. It was so moving, so important, so relevant, so many elements, so many highlights, and you did it all in under like 12 minutes. It was great. It was great. And we want to give kudos and shouts out to was it Garrison? The young performers at
Garrison
Garrison
Performance School of Arts.
Yes.
Yes.
And also to the Sheriff's Department for the Color Guard.
The Color Guards, the Sheriff Department, Garrison, 5th through 8th grade students performed like they were high school or college. It was a wonderful performance. So shout out to instructor Ms. Osborne as well as she did a good job in 3 weeks or maybe less. So kudos to you all.
Well, I have to tell you, being first out of the gate with anything, the stakes are high, lots of pressure. But I think you all, well, I know you all rose to the occasion. You made it happen. And you did it with great timing. The program was not laborious at all. So many elements and such perfect timing. So, Mr. Higgins, the stakes are now high for Bonaventure.
I love setting the bar high because I love meeting it. That's what we do is in the military, and that's what we do as veterans. We set that bar and then we exceed it every time.
Yeah. And going forward, I would just recommend or suggest that there be some collaboration in the program as well, so that we have that true unity, so that all elements and everybody is participating. And it'll be like I showed up in all the previous years and didn't really know that there was two different events. So listen, can you offer any parting words, any information, anything you want to add with regard to upcoming events, upcoming celebrations, anything you want to leave with us as we close tonight?
I'd like to let everybody know that, was it June 24th or is it the 26th, that Commander Putney there is being resworn in as commander of Post 500. We're going to have a nice little celebration over that at Post 184. And I want everybody to come out and celebrate that man because he's doing amazing, amazing things. And I'm awfully jealous of the way he dresses too, by the way.
Well, on the 6th of June, the 4th of June is Mourn Day on Hunter, which you have to be a veteran to get on post. So it's only offered to the military, but it's Mourn Day on Hunter Army Airfield. So if you're a veteran and you can get on post, please come out. I think the event starts at 8 o'clock. But is it the 4th or the 6th, Joe?
That is actually this coming Friday, the 3rd. We've got involved with the 3rd Combat Aviation Brigade. It is the final day of the Marne Air Week, and it's their family day out on the airfield. as the Veterans Council, as individual units, we came together and raised $2,100 that we have used to buy hamburgers, hot dogs, and chips. That VFW Post 660 chef and his staff are coming out to cook for the troops. I've gotten Coca-Cola to donate 840 drinks, and we have secured them a DJ for the second half of the day. So we're just going to make it a party out there for those guys. I know we've both been in their position in uniform. It's difficult on Family Day because you don't really want to be there, but you do.
Right.
They're doing spouse flights that day, which is something that takes a lot of coordination and a lot of rank to be able to sign off on to have spouse flights. So we're just putting everything that we can into helping the troops, because those guys might be active duty right now, but they are future veterans. They will be in our positions one day, hopefully later rather than sooner, though.
Right. Well, we are so grateful that the two of you have stepped up to the plate, and you are bringing into focus this very, very important commemoration event. And we know that Memorial Day was first known as Decoration Day. And we know that one of our very own decorated soldiers, Pastor Emeritus of St. John Baptist Church, Matthew Salthall Brown Sr., who is actually my pastor once, this service today was dedicated to his life, legacy, and memory. So we do want to mention that. And we also want to give gratitude to the post at Thunderbolt, who always serve as such a beautiful backdrop to so many of the events. So again, thank you all so very much. We want you to go back into the chat and put those important dates and events that are upcoming, as well as how individuals can reach out to you and connect with you for membership. And I'm looking forward to the remaining of the year to come and seeing you all, especially at the Oyster Roast, my favorite.
We're about to turn, as a council, we're about to turn our attention to Veterans Day in November. It takes a lot of planning to put Veterans Day on with the parade and everything else. So we're looking forward to that big event coming up in November, but it's a labor of love to put that together.
Yes, for sure. Well, listen, you all were gracious with your time and pausing and stopping by to be with me tonight. Thank you so much for obliging. And we want to bid you farewell this evening. Mr. Putney, you have something you want to say?
Yes, ma'am. If I can add, this is not an all-male. We are trying very hard. Right now, I have probably one of the largest female military within the post around. Trying to get more female, because there are so many of you out there that has had things happen to you when you were military and you left for one reason or another and don't know where to go for help. And we're here to help you. You are part of our number one goal. So please contact us. You don't even have to join, but contact us, because we
I think we have a little bit of a delay there, but Mr. Putney was acknowledging that this is not a male or men only organization, or these are not men only organizations. Females are welcome, and the importance of you being a part of these organizations is embraced and recognized. So thank you for that very important point, Mr. Putney. There was a little bit of a delay there as you were speaking. Listen, guys, I want to thank you again for stopping by and spending time with me. Let's not make this the last time. Let's get together and plan a membership drive. How about that?
I like it.
Let's look at planning a membership drive and see what we can come up with in the near future. Let's set a goal and see if we can reach that goal. We're so grateful to have you as residents of Savannah, and have you undergird the responsibility of helping us remember our fallen soldiers. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good night, Savannah. I love you.
I like that.